there we go. We're live on just YouTube. Just YouTube. Because it's $80 now. $80 on restream to do streams. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay them $80 again. I have in the past, but this is sadly just on YouTube. I like to do them on the other ones, but this time just on YouTube. Because this is the last stream of Clash Mini. And I won't be doing much streaming anywhere in the future, so it's like, I'm not going to pay them $80. I might do a Root Land stream. Anyway, this is a real late stream, like, as in, I normally would start and then do a huge talking thing before I get to this point. But, as in a rush, and so anyway, we did get it live. I'm just trying to figure out how to get, this is the Windows capture. And then you can see the screen. Where is it? Yeah, server. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. Cool. Boom. The game. The final day. The final hour. The final 13 minutes until this actually, because this year it's 8 PM UTC that it is stopping, and this is. Oh, I gotta fix that time. Ah, I had it. Missed it. Oh, that's annoying. Where is that? It's not that important. So, oh, here we go. Boom. Because it's now NZST. I always forget which one it is. I used to remember. There we go. So it's the game's closing in 12 minutes. Oh, do we even have the chat? Oh, we do have the chat. We got one concurrent viewer. Oh, that's myself watching it on that. And have we got? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. This was just not well planned out. This was not well planned out. If we go like that, yeah, there we go. You can see it. See it there. Okay, now we'll get rid of this. Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah, no, that was the right one. Get to that. And then the sound. I can't really hear the sound, but this here is the game. So it is indeed the end of an era for Supercell. This is their final game. Oh, there's 6,000 coins. Ta-da! So it should be stopping very soon. Very soon. Oh, so they did a new season. Oh, there we go. 500 days ago. This is their final game from the first decade that they were. There it goes. 8 PM. That is in 11 minutes. Because Supercell came out in 2011, I think. Their first game was 2012. So their last game released in that period is indeed this game here, which was released in 2021. So yeah, it's a crazy deal. The mini news. This is the final one. Yeah, I have done that. I did transfer the gems. They were not helpful on there was something that I weren't helpful on. It was to do with, what was it? How do I get there again? Settings. Supercell ID. Was it help and support? Oh, new message from support. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Because they were I don't even really want to get into this. This was absolute rubbish. So I don't know if this was for the account for oh yeah, so then so that was me shifting it to that. They didn't answer that question. And then there was a thing where you could request your data. I don't know if it's for the Supercell ID or if it is just for this Clash Mini. So I was like, oh, can I have that? And then yada yada yada, continue. And then what do they say? One of our main priorities is to ensure each blah blah blah. We notice several users may have access to the games attached on your Supercell ID. I have streamed every single minute of this game, other than if the thing goes out. Streaming. Every time I play this game, this is all streamed. No one else was on my account playing this, and they're accusing me of this. So either there's a hacker that's doing that, but my account looks completely fine, or they're just making this stuff up. So I tried to yeah, I don't know. I was gonna do a whole spiel about that. What did they say this time? Yeah, what reason do you have Because I mean, this account is logged in as the Finland iPad, but it's like I think because this was after I connected it to my Supercell ID, but they would see that it's just the same account. That they could see my stream if they want. They wouldn't know I'm streaming. Well, I don't know. Is it because it's probably Supercell third-party hired thing? Conversation closed. Utterly useless. Anyway, oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there was just so much I was gonna say. I'll just quickly show the leaderboard. I shouldn't have started the stream at this. Like, I should have got onto it earlier, but then I had other stuff and the internet wasn't working and whatnot. So then I have got this other stuff I was gonna say, but then it's like, we'll go to. Is that our profile? I don't know. Where is the toy machine? Where is the thing? I don't know where it is. The leaderboard. It was it's such annoying. It was obviously not a good time to stream, and it's only on the one. And I had to then switch over on OBS. Where is the leaderboard? This is those things. What does that even do? Oh, it gets me stuff that is irrelevant at this point. Oh, can you even hear that? Where is the leaderboard? Maybe nah, they won't have removed the leaderboard. Where is the leaderboard? Mini pass? No. It's gonna be stopping in the next 5 minutes. Oh, then I can do the thing. Oh, here we go. Who are the final top? There we go. So Chaos Harisha is the final top one. 45,000 battles. 22,000. 9,000. Anyway, we'll go through here to showcase them. And then we'll be live at the minute that it goes. Is that Draco? That could be Draco. But it's yet another game that's got. I don't like how I just started it just so suddenly. There was so much. I normally would have said in front of it. Anyway, I've got some notes. We've got some notes, which then it will get killed, and then I'll just do a little talk, and then that will be it. I don't know. It's sort of crazy. It feels sad, but at the same time, like, you know, yeah, I'll just do this and then I'll just get onto that stuff. It feels sad, but it's just like, I'm not happy with the direction Supercell went. And yeah, it was just, yeah, it didn't work out for Supercell or for myself or for the players of Rush Wars or for the players of Heyday Pop or for the players of Clash Quest or for the players of Everdale. Technically, the Everdale is supposedly still in development, I assume. They haven't said it's been cancelled, but they still haven't released it, and that was a long time ago. Over a year ago, I think. And then, and that's right, Squad Busters is now out in beta. I think that was deliberate on Supercell's part, because it would be the first time since 2020, since post-Rush Wars, that they had no games. The last time they had no games in beta was in January 2020. I think, and then I think it was February 2020 that then the Heyday Pop came out. So after Rush Wars, that was the only time. Well, and before Rush Wars, but then after Rush Wars, since then. So since 2020, since January 2020, so it's been 4 years. So for 4 years, they've had at least one game in beta the whole time. So I think that they couldn't just afford to stop that. So what they did was they thought, oh well, we'll release this Squad Busters 2 days ago, so just before, which makes sense. Otherwise, then they would have lost the beta streak in that. But it's just, you know, maybe that one will actually go global, but they haven't had a good record of that happening. So there we go. We've covered the leaderboard, and yeah, thank you to Binko for joining my clan and for Zeliak for joining my clan. There we go. 62 battles, 5 battles. Well, that wasn't many. And me? Oh, I did 1,000. That's kind of cool. I hit the 1,000. And we got a lot of wins. That was back at the start. It used to be much easier. Oh, and there's the player ID. Yeah, okay, so we've done that. It will probably shut off any moment. But what was some of the notes that I've got? Oh, yeah, shall I check? I will check see if there's anything in their server. Oh, yeah, there's a couple people muted. Oh, we could join a server. We could join one of the servers, potentially. Like the VC. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Oh, maybe the desktop audio is probably too loud. I should turn it up on my end, actually. Oh, that's better, yeah. Then I can turn down your end. Oh, not to nothing, but... I don't know if that's... I don't know. We haven't got anyone in the chat. It was... Yeah, it was... and it wasn't on all platforms, so there would have been less notifications. And sadly, people that watch only on the other ones, because they rightfully ditched YouTube. I haven't ditched YouTube completely, but I try to watch on other ones. That, yeah. What was I going to say about that? Why is this... Oh, there we go. Then they would miss this. Okay, I'll join one of the VCs. Join one of the VCs. This here. Oh, and then I'll get rid of that temporarily. So this is it here. So Electro Valley. So people can talk if they want. General chat. I wonder if there's heaps of people. Oh yeah, there they go. Ready for it to go down. So if someone wants to hop on the VC, not that anyone's watching the stream, but if someone was, you could hop on the VC. Off topic. Okay, anyway, we'll come back to here and then we'll get that back up. Boom, boom. Okay, now I'll read my notes to you. What notes have I got? Yeah, $80 for the restream, too expensive. It's a shame. It's a shame because with the whole Supercell, like I tried so hard, like way back starting with Heyday in 2017, and then a lot since with Rush Wars huge back in 2019, and other games as well, Everdell and Clash Mini for the first couple of weeks when it came out. I was right covering it, but yeah, sadly, it feels like I failed. Like I failed on my intention to make covering Supercell games profitable. And yeah, I failed to make that a reality, which is sad, and I'm disappointed that I'm disappointed kind of in myself that I couldn't do that, but also I recognize that it was just incredibly bad timing. Like the first game that I started covering, like, I wanted to do Brawl Stars, but that didn't come out in New Zealand, and I wasn't up with VPNs back then. Started with Rush Wars, went all in on Rush Wars. And like all these different better games, and then all these other ones. I was smashing these games. I was doing so well at these games. But they just got killed. One after every single one of them got killed. So that's been real sad. That has been real sad. And so yeah, I couldn't make it profitable, and it feels like I failed. But I also realized that, well, it wasn't my fault that Rush Wars got killed. But I wish it had been different. And I tried so hard, and I failed in what I wanted to do. But that sometimes is life. So, here we go. We got 30 seconds until the game is technically killed. But I think one of the ones, it was a bit longer. The only one I wasn't there for it getting killed was the Heyday Pop. And that was because my channel was banned. Oh, was it? I thought my channel was banned at that time. Okay, 20 seconds. This is the last era. This is the final of the old era Supercell. The first decade of Supercell. This is the final game, which is about to be killed. I doubt it's gonna go right at that moment. Here we go. Oh, wait, wrong chat. Here we go. General chat. Oh, everyone's saying 07. 07 in the chat. Where's the O? O on the keyboard. 07. Oh, that more. That was instant. Done. Wow. That was quick. Retry. Oh wait. I'll just quickly show you the chat again. Here we go. Oh no, it's got that thing over it. Windows capture, just so you can see the people that were on when it happened. So this guy and fading. I was about to say I love it, but one of them's tax evasion and one of them's tax avoidance. One of them's illegal, and the other one's not, and I can't remember which is which. Anyway, these are the people on as it is finally gone. Oh, there's some people. Oh, there's someone in this chat. Thomas. There's that guy there. There were so many on when they did the VC. Yeah. So that is it. That is the last game of it gone. And we didn't get anyone. Is this stream even public? What? Yeah, it's public. Oh, we got 2 likes. Okay, so at least 2 people have been on, despite the stats for the stream being absolutely terrible. We've had 2 likes. Wow. Okay, we'll do the refresh, and then it will be... well, I don't know. As soon as we refresh it, it will be gone. But, yeah, that is the game. And I captured the leaderboard before it was done. Yeah. Wow. That's the last one. I should have got through my points first. Yeah, that's the last Supercell game gone. I'm not even right now. I'm just not really feeling anything towards it. Just nothing. I don't know. In the past, like with Rush, was incredibly sad. But by this point, I'm sort of. It was a game with potential, but yeah, I've sort of just fed up with Supercell and how things worked out. Yeah, there's just, I don't know. It's just, yeah. So at this point, it's sort of like, it's definitely sad for the people that absolutely love this game and poured a lot of time into it. Just like it was very sad for some of them, the same people that put in a lot of time into Clash Quest. And some of those people also Everdell in that. So, yeah, it is gone. It is gone. Yeah. Oh, we got someone. Goodbye, Clash Mini. 07. What's the 07 stand for? Thought it was going to... wait, why is it clipped off? I'll find your message. Thought it was going to go global when it was released on our country. Yeah, Blushy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know what you mean with that. When they released it in other countries, people became very optimistic. Like, well, it's been released in other countries, so it's definitely going global. But sad. Well, yeah, it did not happen. Did not happen. But thank you for coming by the stream. So that's crazy. That's the last Supercell game. And this is also sort of like kind of like the end point for me in covering Supercell games. I doubt I'll cover any more. This was the last one that I majorly covered. I mean, no, there's Flood Rush, that's already killed. There was Brawl, something Battle Buddies, or whatever. No, not Battle Buddies. The Squad Busters, and this other one. What was the other? I can't even remember its name. Oh, then Moko and that. So maybe they'll go global, but they're both recent releases, and it's just there's just so many games of Supercell that have been killed. And I'm probably moving. I don't know. I know I've said this many times. Oh man, I wish I didn't start the stream so like, woo, it's just so rushed and all that. But we got the footage. We got the footage of it ending. But yeah. Oh, someone else. Thank you for coming by. Chaos 5-star Guardian. Hi. I don't speak English, but I'm glad someone has played their last game before the game closes. Thank you for joining. 3 watching. Squad Buster. That's the one. So who knows what will happen to those ones, but I don't intend to cover them. I don't really intend to cover any more games. I mean, I had intended to do another Rootland stream and, another few of those ones. I don't know if that will happen or not. Probably. I mean, they're still waiting for an update. It's been over 100 days. Squad Questers may go global. They've been hiring on it. Interesting. Oh, we got a heart. Yeah, but then they did that with this, and that's what made me think Clash Mini was going to go global. They even, and I'd never seen that before from Supercell, they even had the language, the road to global, on hiring requirements. And they're hiring people, I think it was last year, which was super recent. And then for it to then get killed, it's like, man, I don't know. Many people really, really believed it was going to go global. So it was sort of surprising. But then there's this company called Deconstructor of Fun, and they've been doing critical analysis on it. They're a very smart crowd, it would seem to me. Since I don't really know the gaming industry that well, I mean how the financial side of it works, then on the developers side, then I don't know if what they're saying is accurate. I mean, it's sort of, but it seems really accurate. They seem like the Bill O'Reilly of US politics, is how I'd put them. They'd be, but the Bill O'Reilly of mobile gaming development. But the thing is, they were right about this one. Because they were very, like, it seems like a good game, but it doesn't seem like the stuff is there to get it global. And they were right. So they are an interesting crowd. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, what I don't know what it's next for Supercell. I mean, they've just had over half a decade of just not good with all the games killed. I mean, the old games are still bringing in the profit, especially Clash of Clans. That has been an insanely popular game. And then Heyday, Brawl Stars, Clash Quest, Clash Royale have all done very, very well. And then you've got Boom Beach, which is still making them money, I think. So yeah, that is that. Yeah, but I think that at this point I'm sort of I didn't succeed at YouTubing or streaming or I don't know, but then it's like, how do you judge the success? And I'd say, well, if you could make it profitable, but that's not actually the only metric. Because I mean, yeah, we've covered it. We've covered a lot of stuff, and we've had some good times covering it. It's been a ride. So it's not like it was total failure. There was success. There was some cool moments for sure. I got video clips of different things. I didn't make any videos of this one, actually. Oh, no, I did. I did on Rumble ages ago. But yeah, not many. Anyway, but yeah, we had some good times. But it didn't work out like I had hoped it would. So, yeah, it's sort of, man, I just didn't like how I started the stream. Just straight into it. When I just wanted to get this stuff talked about before I was like that. I don't know, and just everything felt different. I mean, there was less viewers when it actually died, like, versus the other games. I just jumped straight into it. There wasn't much time before it happened. This one here, I'm not even sad. It's gone. Versus, like, Rush Wars, I was very sad. Yeah, okay, so the $80 too expensive thing, failed what I wanted to do. My account, I don't know, they wouldn't let me request the data. That was annoying. Oh yeah, and then I was, yeah, in a sense, I don't feel sad, but right now, but I, like, sort of felt sad, because it was like, this was a cool game, and I really enjoyed it, and it meant lots of other people in that, but also I don't like where Supercell's, gone, where they are now, like, yeah, I feel, in my view, it's not the same as 2012 Supercell, or even 2017 Supercell, but yeah, anyway, that's that, and, oh yeah, and so, yeah, I don't know, this was not this time, I didn't mean to make the stream like this, I don't know why it's turned out like this, and then I'm not on lots of other platforms and that, and it was just, and other stuff, yeah, it's only 22 minutes, I think it'll just be a short stream, I think I'll just end it pretty shortly. This was not what I intended, I don't know, I wasn't expecting a rush, and I thought a few more people would be here, but then it depends on the time I'm streaming. Yeah. And then I hadn't got any notification or, like, I should have got it ready, like, said, like, the preview thing ready ages ago. Anyway, the main intention was to sort of capture the stream, like, the end of it. And we caught it. But I sort of hoped there'd be a more discussion in that. Like, it's sort of like, I missed the boat, like, there was almost no one in the chat. Well, no, in the chat there was a few people, still not many, but the sort of, the death of it, the final boat really was right after they did that Why Are We Killing Clash Mini stream, which was about a month ago. And that was real cool. And there was heaps of people there. There's over 1,000 people watching that, so that was massive. So that would have been the time where it sort of seemed, I don't know, I just thought that then right at the end there'd be a huge bump again, but it doesn't appear there's been a massive bump. So it sort of seems like the bump was back then. So, and I didn't like how they put the 666 in there on the token card, and I asked multiple people, and people didn't really know why they'd done that and hadn't been told and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that is the end of Clash Mini, which is the last game from that decade. And then the new ones I don't intend to cover. So that will be probably, yeah, I mean, it's sort of, yeah. It's just sort of a real sad, rough ending. I don't know. I mean, I still, like, get on with Ricky Burnett. Anyway, Ricky, you know, hey there, Ricky. I found him a real nice guy. And, yeah, it'll be, if I go to Japan, it would be cool to go visit him. But, yeah, it's just hasn't worked out. I've got other stuff in life that I probably then has been reflected in how I am, like, in the stream. They said they'll add Clash. I did hear that, yeah. I did, yeah, that they'll add it as that. But they didn't put a time thing, so that could be 2 years away. Could be 1 year away, could be tomorrow. But I think it would probably be at least a few weeks, if not a few months away. It's interesting they're doing that. It is interesting they're doing that. I mean, it makes sense because they've spent years, probably millions of dollars. It's crazy to think this game is worth millions of dollars worth of investment. Like, paying all those employees for all these years, and then have it killed. It's like, that's wild. Although they didn't know, actually, though, they did make all the money back in the meantime. I don't know if they would have broken even, honestly, on this game. I don't know. I don't know what the in-app purchases were like. But it would have cost, I think it would have cost millions of dollars. Like, if you just had 10 staff getting, well, I was about to say 100,000 euros, but it would be more like 500 euros if we're talking about. Oh, no, even if it was 100,000 euros, yeah, which they'd get that. After 3 years, you're looking at 3 million euros. 3 million euros. And just at 22, 23. Oh, you know, so it's been out for 2.5 years. Yeah, well, there's probably like more than 10 people. So yeah, yeah, millions of euros. Yeah, thank you for the 4 likes. Wow. I mean, there's not really anything I could showcase the chat. Hashtag relaunch Clash Mini. I could show the trending stuff, but I don't think I will. I don't like how I've done the stream. I don't know why. It's like I can choose what I've said in the stream. I just did not like how I just started it rushed. It was a mix of things. Like I had other stuff. Like I was trying to pick up some jars, but then I didn't end up getting the jars. Then I got some Indian on the way home, and then the internet wasn't working. Eventually got that working. Then I had to swap the OBS because then restream wasn't going to work, so because I wasn't going to pay for it again. So then I swapped this over to this. This was going to be it wasn't going to be a long stream. It was going to be like 2 hours. Oh, there we go. Should we press the Then it will. We'll just see the home screen, and we'll just see the home screen. Oh, now it's now it's frozen on my screen. But yeah, the moment they were very accurate with like the time it went. Oop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you have it. Another one down. Yeah. Okay. Well, also, yeah. I don't know. The stream. I don't know why. Yeah, didn't go well. Well, I mean, I captured what I wanted to capture. Yeah, just something. It's like, yeah, nice if you have like more people sort of chatting about it at the end. I don't know, but that is happening in the chat, but there's not that much of it. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, there's no games I'm actively covering anymore. And not even. I'm not even playing it. I just like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Doing various things in real life. I mean, yeah, this is real life per se, but yeah. Listening to various people. Bill O'Reilly, Dennis Prager, Lauren Southern, Alex Jones. Listening away. Thinking. Doing lots of thinking. Well, yeah, I think this will wrap it up. I don't know. This just didn't go well at all. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Anyway, that will do. We've covered what we wanted to cover. I don't know why. And it's frustrating when you can't really figure it. I think the rushed element was definitely part of it. And just other stuff. Anyway, I don't know. Surely it's like, I'm going to do another stream after this, because this is an awfully negative one. I don't know. I mean, I've said so much about Clash Money over the years. It's not really much to add that I haven't said. It's not in a concise point. It's like scattered throughout 3 years of streams on it. But anyway, thank you Blushy for coming by. Thank you Chaos 4-Star Guardian for coming by. Thank you for the 4 likes. Yes. Thank you. What's the company called? 24times.com for the time. Thank you to Supercell for the camera. Thank you to OBS for the free streaming software. And to YouTube for still allowing me to stream on your platform. Oh no, technically that's still the restream chat. Technically that's free and that is a useful feature. So thank you for restream for that. And for ES Server for the reflection of the screen. That will wrap it up. Sort of a sad ending, really. But it's partly because I sort of just given up on Supercell at this point. So it's not like, it's like, this is it. Like, I'm done. You know, I've tried, man. You guys, well, those of you who watch me know I've flippin' tried so many games, and the timing was terrible. Like, they used to have, 2 games released, and then a game killed, then released and whatnot, but then starting with Rush Wars, right when I started, killed. Wasn't great timing, which is a shame, and I don't intend to cover Moko or the other one. I mean, yeah, nah, probably not. Probably won't even play them. Anyway, it's so sad, really. I don't know. It just makes me sad, like, where I had wanted to go and could have gone. Had Rush Wars gone global, like, everything could have looked different. Like, I easily could have had over 100,000 subs. And I would have just been, like, a full-time YouTuber of those games. Like, I was so optimistic, so hopeful, genuinely loved the games. And it could have just ended up so different. And the Finland trip, it was like, that was sort of like, all about the peak. I'd say, yeah, well, 2019 was arguably the peak of my YouTube stuff. Although in 2020 I was doing well, but that was out of the 24/7 live streams. But yeah, it could have gone so differently. And it's just, yeah, I find it a shame. I find it sad that this is how it ended up. Yeah, it just, I really was hoping, I genuinely believed that it would go global and it'd work out. But I thought that with Rush Wars, and then it didn't, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe this next game is the one, and then it wasn't, and then I just sort of like, yeah, didn't work out. Did not work out, which is a shame. It is a shame. It could have been so different. Way back, starting in 2017. Well, that was just when I started covering the games, but I actually started playing it way back in 2012 or 2013. One of those 2 years, started playing Heyday, and then in 2013 was playing Clash Clans. So yeah, it's been over a decade. My journey's been over a decade. I mean, yeah, my journey started basically when Supercell's journey started. Really, I mean, because they had the gunshine net, but that didn't work out. So their first game was 2012, and I started playing. I think within a year. I think it was either 2012 or early 2013. I started playing. So it was within a year of that. But yeah, it could have. I don't know, but I just I don't think it's gonna. Well, I don't know. Don't think it's gonna end well for Supercell. But then again, they have these games that are still making heaps of money in that. But as in, they've had 5 years of just like killed. I don't think that they're gonna see a big. I don't think they'll ever get back to their like peak point and whatnot. Which I would say, well, was definitely within the first 5 years. Between 2012 and 2017 was their peak point. And you could argue different years. Like 2012, they had 2 new games that were both real cool came out. 2013 was a great year of growth for both of those games, and Clash Clans was doing real well. 2014 was, then they added Clan Wars. They had Heyday and Clash Clans doing so well, and then they had Boom Beach added, and that. So that was another good year. 2015 they had ClashCon, so that was huge. And so many people playing Clash Clans, searching it up. 2016 they had Clash Royale come along, which was epic. And in 2017, they had the builder base update for Clash of Clans, and Brawl Stars was released in beta. But yeah, then it just didn't, and they haven't had another Heyday Finland trip. They just had the one in 2019, which is crazy because I mean there was YouTubers before then. Ricky started covering Heyday in 2014, and there was people before him as well. So like Heyday came out in 2012, so they had 6 years of they didn't do anything. I mean, they probably wouldn't have done it in the first year, but of nothing, and then they had that one huge thing, and then nothing since. And it's been 5 years now, just about. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So I think they would have done it in 2020, but then because of the COVID lockdowns, they didn't. And in 2021, there was still COVID stuff going on, and then 2022, I thought they would have done it then, because that was the decade. That was the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary of Heyday. I thought they'll bring it back, surely. They didn't. And then 2023's gone by, and then 2024's, assuming they were going to do it at the same time. We're getting very close to that time, and you probably would have heard about it by now if it was happening. But yeah, it's not happening. So I don't know, the Clash Mini sort of represents the end of covering Supercell to me. Which isn't the same for all of you. You're more than welcome to go ahead and play the new Supercell beta game, Squad Busters. I mean, it's only out in some countries, and unless you have a VPN, or an iPad based in those countries, like this iPad is based in Finland. Yeah, so but it feels like the end for me, and it's been a long road in that. But it was just such a shame because I was so hopeful, and I just had so much optimism and statistical stuff to bring to it, but it just didn't work. And it's not just me either, because it's like all those Supercell giants, Galadon, Molt, Nick at Night, Godson, Chief Pat, like virtually all of them have sort of just either substantially reduced their content or quit altogether. I mean, there are new ones that have come up, and that like OJ is still doing well, but like Galadon's views have crashed, Nick at Night's completely stopped. I think Chief Pat had stopped as well, like for over a year now, uploading. So it's sort of it's not just me. It's just the golden Supercell era is over, and I'm not gonna say the best is yet to come. I mean, potentially, I extremely doubt it, but yeah, because it was just so good back then. There was so many people playing. It was so fun. Things were new. Things weren't getting killed. Not like, well, lots of them were getting released. So it's just not the same anymore. It's just not the same. And I think that the Supercell Creator Program will just sort of slowly, I don't know. Well, I was gonna say die out, like because the existing ones are just quitting. There's just nothing. I'd say there's no money left there. I mean, there's some, and it's like, whoa, why all about the money? It's like, because you need a level of money, not like big money. I'm not talking big money, just like enough to like, if you cover Supercell games like daily or whatever, weekly, it's enough to like make a living off, which just doesn't exist. It probably exists, definitely doesn't exist for Heyday or Boom Beach or the Supercell beta games. But I think it exists for the other three, maybe, but then they'd have to have other income, I would think, because Galadon, based on views, he wouldn't be making enough. But yeah, so it's just like, it's just, that's gone. And as a result, lots of people have then either swapped games, or just quit YouTube altogether. And I mean, I don't know, this happened with Battlelands as well. Like, there's a whole group of people that could have become real successful YouTubers in that. Conman, he was awesome. Zanzard, he was awesome. But the game killed, and that just ended their channels. I sort of tried a lot longer than a lot of people. I had more opportunity to do so. But even I didn't make it work. And I don't know, it's almost like this isn't just bye to Supercell, it's almost bye to me doing this all together. I mean, but then again, for the last year, I've been very patchy on covering it as it is. Just games in general, I just haven't been doing that much. But I have done some, but just not that many. But, you know, back in like 2017, 2018, 2019... 2020, until I was banned, I was just going for it. I was releasing so many videos in that and covering lots of games, but then that sort of ended. And so I never did recover in terms of my channel. My channel never got anywhere near the level it was post that that wrong ban just effectively ruined my channel. Which is probably satisfying to hear for the person who managed to get it banned. There was a few people it could have been. I don't know which one it was. But they'll be like, yes, ruined. It's like, well, yeah, sure, you got me. But yeah, I just hope other opportunities come along. But then YouTube itself is just terrible. Like, Google's terrible. They're just pro censorship. They treat people absolutely terribly. In terms of the worst two companies I've ever communicated with, Google and the New Zealand government. It's a competition between those two for the worst ever group to communicate with. It was just shockingly bad. So it's sort of like, I don't know, it's just a whole like, it's not just like, oh, well, it was just the game that I covered got killed, or it was like a whole range of, there was like lots of Supercell games, you know, it was like all the Supercell stuff, and then you know, YouTube and Google sort of going off. I don't know. I want there to be good lessons from this. I want to learn from this. Yeah, it's sort of, so it's, I don't know. I couldn't make YouTube work, or just online stuff in general. But I don't know. There's people on Rumble there's lots of streamers there now, or gaming streamers. You know, and they some of them seem to be doing quite well, which is, it's like, that's cool to see non-YouTube, like YouTube alternative ones doing well. But yeah, I mean, you just can't. YouTube's so unreliable, and bans people, censors people. I mean, they got rid of Alex Jones in 2018 and have got rid of a lot of people since. And even just the demonetization, even I still, like, there's still that rubbish demonetization stuff. I've had so many times with demonetization when I'm a family-friendly channel. And then it would be like, oh, yeah, no, this is not suitable for advertisers. And then I do a review. Oh, no, it's fine. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, yep, you made a mistake. And then they do it again. And we're like, what? You did this before. And then, of course, I was found innocent. And then they do it again and again and again. It's like, dude, these are not unfamily friendly or not unsuitable for advertisers and that. But they didn't care. They just they keep saying, oh, well, we'll get our algorithms better, and we'll make sure this is fixed. No, it didn't get the same with the copyright. Oh, we're fixing that. No, you didn't fix it up. No, you didn't fix it up. I got so many false copyright claims. I literally have email over a page of copyright claim. It was just awful to deal with. I stopped using NCS Music because they were getting falsely copyright claims so many times. And so then I just ended the Fat Rat. His ones didn't get. I think a couple did get claimed, but largely the Fat Rat's ones were fine. So yeah, I listened to Close to the Sun today, and that was another 2019 song. Yeah, so it was just a lot of problems. And remember that stream from 2019 that was under review for years, and so over 1,000 days had passed, and they still hadn't reviewed it. And it says it takes a week to review or whatever. It takes about a week in that. And I asked them in 2021 or 2020 because they'd been in review since August 2019. Are you still going to review that? Oh yeah, it's still in the system. It's still in the system. And then they just absolute rubbish excuse. Oh, it was because of COVID. Dude, this has been in review since August 2019. That was before COVID. And yeah, I don't know, it's just sad. It's just sad. The amount of people that would have been stopped from becoming creative creative people online in terms of these videos and that, because YouTube kind of has a monopoly. Not entirely, but largely has a monopoly, and most genres are too niche that if you actually wanted to do well in those niche genres, sort of Clash Mini and that. Clash Mini, you're not going to get super successful covering that on Rumble. I mean, you couldn't even get super successful covering it on YouTube and that, but you have enough to make a core that you can do videos on it. But yeah, it's sort of so sad, the amount of people that could have ended up and would have ended up becoming people that made cool creative videos that benefit the world in that. And I'm referring to way more than just gaming. Well, more so not gaming. Different contributing ideas in that. But because of what YouTube's done and continues to do, it just makes it such a horrible place. And so lots of people are I'm not doing that. Yeah, and then also, if you were to become a very successful channel, as of 2016, the odds of you getting in the top 4% were real low. I think it was 5% or less that you'd actually end up getting there. Yeah, so I don't know, it's just a real shame on a lot of fronts, actually. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Nando Riz. It was the only game that really entertained me. It's a shame. They say that it's said that they'll bring it back in Clash Mini, I think, but who knows how long that will take. Yeah. So yeah, it's sort of the end of the line. And I mean, I know I've been saying this for ages, but I mean, and it's not to say I'll never stream again. I do intend to stream again at some point, but I mean, it won't be Supercell games, I don't think. I'd hoped a location-based game would come along that I really enjoyed and could cover, and would really cover and be going all over Christchurch to make it happen. But I couldn't find a location-based game that did that. And the Supercell ones, they all got killed. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so there was never another Finland event. My suspicion why there wasn't after the COVID thing was because since they had such a bad since their games were dying, that then the investors probably said look, we can't spend money on trips and that. Just cut that all. Just get rid of the trips and that. For the creators, because it's not like the Heyday trip would have made them a profit. I mean, they then made the video of the Heyday farm and the Heyday cake thing, which they would have made a tiny bit of revenue off, but they definitely wouldn't have made a profit off that trip. So, not that was their intention, but yeah. And then I think that's why they probably canned the things, because I think Supercell's having to tighten the belt because they're not doing very well with the beta games in terms. It's crazy because they make such good games, but it's obviously not profitable enough. Like on my end, I'm like, this game is amazing, but on their end, it's obviously not to the standards of, well, it's not profitable enough. It doesn't make them enough money, which I find hard to believe. It's like, man, the standard must be so high now. And it is way higher than 2012. 2012, there was like not that many awesome games out there, so it was sort of easy. And the things, yeah, it's crazy to think that had Rush was been released in 2012, I reckon it would have been gone global and been really successful. Like, had any of these games, to be fair, Clash Quest, clashmini, Everdale, Heyday Pop, if any of those had been released in 2020, there is a good chance that they would have gone global. Potentially all of them, or at least some of them. But now it's just it's such a tight market because there's just so many good competitors out there, which it's sort of weird because then it's arguably a good thing because it's like, oh well, there's all this competition and lots of good games. It's like, but then what the lots of good games makes it very hard for any given game to get real traction. Pokemon Go did in 2016, and Clash Royale did really well as well, and Brawl Stars, they did reasonable as well. It's one called Gashgan Impact or whatever. That one seems to, I see that one mentioned a bit. Because I don't even look at games anymore, but I see like emails from like Deconstructor of Fun, and they talk about some of the top ones. Yeah, oh yeah, and then also reflections on the Finland trip. It was really. I'm glad I went. I'm definitely glad I went. I found it very odd. Effectively, you got treated extremely well for a week, and in terms of like you're treated like you're rich, and it's a rare insight that most people would never get that opportunity to experience. And it was really odd it was almost disturbing in a sense because I sort of like you got treated insanely well, and then because it took me so long to make sense of it, and I still think through it now. And then like so it was like so well, and then like this is just a life thing. This is not Supercell related on that. Supercell gave me the opportunity to experience this, which I am very glad I got that opportunity. But then I like the week after and that once I got back in that, going about like. Yeah, just then it was just such a contrast. Like you got treated so well and that, and then normal life, a lot of people don't treat you very well, and so it was just so odd. It's like, what's different? What changed? Like, why did I get treated insanely well for a week, and people like, you know, like, just like whoa, and then just no. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Matthew Moo, welcome to the stream, and I assume the Russian name, Hierarcha 1. So it was very odd getting such a different treatment in that. And then I think it was because in the situation on the Finland trip, there was like just so much money involved. So you're effectively just getting treated like you're really rich in that. So everyone's there to just constantly serve you and constantly But then I thought, because like there was when I was on one of the planes on the way there, I accidentally knocked over my juice. I knocked over my juice on a business class seat. I'm like, no! I felt really, really bad in that. And then I was like, I said to the person that came along, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I knocked over the juice. And they're like, oh no worries, that's completely fine. You know, we'll clean that up. We'll clean you up. Would you like another drink, sort of thing. But normal people wouldn't get that luxury. Like, if you knocked over a drink, it's like, you might get sworn at. Like, people would just be so unhappy in that. And so it was very, very odd. And it gave me an insight into how you end up with sort of like, well, politicians and elite people in society. People that are just so used to just having people around them that are just all like employed and just effectively paid to serve them constantly. And so you can easily get this sense of self that you're just above everyone and you're just this insanely good person or whatever, and you're never wrong, and you just everyone around you affirms you or they'll be fired, sort of thing. And I can see how that mindset develops. It was so it's sort of disturbing, sort of going through that, being treated like extremely well in that, and it's very odd because it was just it's so disconnected to how I'm normal. Like, well, from some people treat me really well, but some people do not. It was very odd just getting like it was so, and I just couldn't square it, and I thought about it for years, and I'm like, just, that's something is odd about that. And now I sort of realize, and I think it's cause it's like the money involved. It's because of the money involved. But then I can totally understand now how people would develop an elite, like, well, I don't know if I should, like, yeah, like an elite mindset, like just, because if you're constantly in that environment, I can absolutely see how that mindset would come about. So that was very, very, very valuable, very, very, very interesting insight that I got from that trip. That was one of the biggest lessons I learned from that trip, which wasn't even related to Heyday, but it was like, it was very, very, very interesting, how differently one's treated in that. And then there's other things I could then stem off that. It's sort of, yeah. There's a lot of injustice in many ways, and how things work. And then it was like, I was at a cafe about a couple of weeks ago with someone, and then there was someone there that they bought. There was burgers there, right? I have a question. Why was the game closed? Welcome to the stream, Nikon. I think it was presumably because it wasn't profitable enough. And thank you for whoever's giving me all these hearts and smiley faces. We got 3 viewers and 6 likes. I think it was because it wasn't profitable enough. I think that's why. So I like, yeah, so I was at this cafe, and there's other people there I was with for an event. Someone's was down from the North Island into the South Island, and they had burgers there that were $25. $25 for a burger. This is New Zealand dollars, but that's still a lot of money. Like, you can get burgers in New Zealand at a place called Burger King for like $5. So it's like $25. Like, it'd probably be a better burger for sure, but that's so much money. Like, that's just like, no, I would not spend that much on a burger. But there was this woman there, and she got like a burger, like got like a burger or something like that, or just some decent sized meal, and that, which, like, normally I wouldn't even get a meal in most places. I'd get like I got, what did I get? I got an iced chocolate, and someone got me wedges. So was it the other way around? No, I got an iced chocolate, someone got me wedges and that. And often, if I go to a cafe, normally all I get is an iced chocolate, which is normally $7. $7 on average in Christchurch and that. Yeah, they sort of go as low as $5 all the way up to about $10. And $10, I don't really want to go to places that I think I've maybe bought 2 at $10. Maybe it was one of them was $9.50. I think the other one was $10. But then another time when I'm like, I'm not getting that. That's just too much. $7 though for an iced chocolate, that's about average in that. But I really like it if it's $5. $5 is like, yes. And then wedges have gone way up as well at this place. I can't even remember what it used to be, but it was no good value. But iced chocolate for $7, I like it. That's virtually what I always get, staple. Anyway, so when I'm at a cafe, I very rarely buy food because it's just so expensive. For like a little muffin or whatever, it's like $6. It's like, what? That's crazy in that. So obviously a lot of people do get them, otherwise they wouldn't be selling them. So there we go. I feel like I'm sort of past the negativity on that, and I'm now just going back to my normal thing. Here we go. And yeah, I have spent a lot of money on games, that's true. $30 for a bandit skin. OJ spent $400 to $500 for Battle Machine, and Battle Machine isn't even a good hero. Okay. And I have spent a lot on games as well, and that. But that was prior to YouTubing. I spent virtually nothing. I don't know. Had I spent any? I'd spent a little bit, but not much. Less than $1,000, which that could still be a lot, but it was less than $1,000. It would have been, I'd say probably less than $500. In all the years of my life up to when I started YouTubing and that. It might have been maybe 125 on Clash of Clans, 125 on Clash Mini, on Clash Royale, and like maybe $5 on Heyday, maybe. Something like that. So it wasn't that much in that. But then I spent heaps after that. But that was for the purpose of getting really good at it. So then I get lots of viewers and then get their money back. So that was sort of not because I'd actually recreationally normally spend that much on that. But I have spent money recreationally on games, but not heaps. So anyway, so there's burger. Burger's $20, $25. I'm like, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. because I'm really much for saving money, like really much for saving money. Like I'm like if I find a product, I'll look up lots of multiple shops, or a website called Price Buy or Price Me in New Zealand. It shows other shops that have the same thing. For sometimes $100 cheaper. It just depends on the shop you go to. So I'm very much for like figuring out how to save money. Bill O'Reilly, he has such a good section called Smart Life. Very, very good section. Yeah, like he talked about if you're trying to save money on food and that, you can still go out, but then probably you then skip the drinks and skip the dessert. And if you don't want to tip, then you can just go and just pick it up and then eat it at home. And it's just like really smart advice. It's really clever. Brawl Stars is pretty popular, so why don't you make shorts? I don't like shorts myself. And also, shorts don't really make any money. Not really. But I just never really liked shorts. Clash of Clans is also a good game. That is true. But then, like, Galadon, who's got about 2 million subscribers, he gets, like, hardly any views on his videos. He might get 10,000 views, which is, like, make him $20. Might make him $20, like, $20 US, let's say. Which is not nearly enough to make a living off if he's just getting $20 a day for his new video. I mean, he gets views on his old videos, but not actually that many. And he's a guy with 2 million subscribers. So, like, me doing it is just, I'd get very, very, very little. I did stream Brawl Stars for about a month. I did a lot of, I wasn't very good at the game. And as I've said previously, I either had to be good at editing, humorous, or good at playing the game in order to make it. And I wasn't good at editing, I wasn't good at humorous, so I'm like, well, the only thing I've got left is to, like, or entertaining, like a personality. The only thing I've got left is to actually be really good at the game. And I did achieve that. I succeeded at that. But it wasn't enough, because the games were beta and got killed. Had they gone global, I think it could have been a different story. I really do. I believe it would have been, but it is what it is. It happened what it happened. Anyway, so this woman got this meal. I'm like, well, okay, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, people can get meals in that. But it's like, yeah, they're expensive in that. And then she got another meal, like another like sort of meal thing in that. So she's paying like, I don't know, $40, $50 in that. And then she said like, oh, it's just so wonderful here. It's just so wonderful here and that. And I'm thinking, of course it's wonderful if you have $40 to $50 to spend on food. Like, of course it's good. Yeah. But it's like, you know, if you're handing them $40 or $50, they're gonna be like, here you go, with a big smile in that, because that's a heap of money in that. So it's like, but to her, it confirmed like, oh, this place is so good. They're friendly and whatnot, and it's like, of course, you're spending $50. Like, what do you expect? Yeah, I just thought that was anyway. How was that linked to my earlier point about? But yeah, it was very definitely gave me an insight as to how it would be like to, and like when we're at the farm, like they have had paid this entire professional team to like make us look really good, have all this fancy audio equipment, or yeah, and that's another element. It's like effectively PR per se. Not that wasn't technically PR, but as in you effectively pay for someone to be a PR person. A PR is effectively just spin. It's sort of just like premeditated dishonesty. That's technically not what it is. PR is just press release in theory, but what it realistically becomes is just businesses, just if they come up with if any controversy comes this way, okay, figure out the way to make us look as good as possible in that, irrespective of truth. And then they'll put out a thing which sounds plausible, and yeah, I can understand that, regardless of if it's complete rubbish or true. And so it's just, but most people don't have that. Most people can't just get PR and that and do that. It's just, yeah, it's very imbalanced. I don't know. It's fine that people can do that. It's just people need to be very aware of that. But most people aren't very aware of that kind of stuff going on. And people are very trusting. But people that have a lot of money that can then hire people to abuse your trust, a lot of them do so. Politicians do that all the time. So yeah, it's a big problem. So but yeah, like yeah, and having those people there, you know, and then they made us look really good in that. In the video, they made like a couple of videos in that, but they had like all this equipment. So then it's sort of it sort of makes the rich richer in a sense in that, because it's like, well, if you've got all this equipment in that making you look as good as possible, well, then people will be like, look at him and be like, wow, he's such a good example, and then that person will get, you know, more followers or whatever, sort of like that, you know, just because, but they had that stuff to then made them yeah, so it's sort of just, I don't know, that was another thing that, yeah. But that was real cool, that farm day. That was really cool, and I'm glad that those videos were made. That was awesome. And it is an enjoyable video. I'm glad we in the cake baking stuff and that. But yeah, it's just that yeah, it really struck me that it's like I can totally see how this then gets someone into an elite mindset, just having all these people constantly serving you, constantly. If you make a mistake, they'll be like, no, no worries, no worries. Because like that's not normal reality in that most people don't have the luxury of having that. Like, people get really angry at them if they mess up, and sometimes rightly so, but sometimes not rightly so, and you sort of haven't just got a line of defense. And I don't know, you know, you can't just go to your private jet and be like, well, don't like people on the normal plane, so we'll just go on a private jet, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd go down that point. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of different people at the moment. So I've been listening to Dennis Prager. He does fireside chats, and I'm like a year behind. So I'm up to about December 2022, and just watching one of them per day. Not every day, but a lot of days. Bill O'Reilly, in my opinion, does the best analysis of US politics. He's brilliant at it. He's really spot on. He knows his stuff. He's not just spouting ill-informed opinions. He sticks to the facts. He does give his view on a few things, but it's yeah, he's a historian as well. Very, very interesting guy. And so if you wanna keep up with US politics, I would highly recommend. He does about a 20-minute segment highlight 5 days a week. Is the free version. He does do a paid thing where I think he does an hour show. And then has this whole concierge program, which I think is really good. I'm not currently signed up, but I do intend to sign up to it. And then there's lots of real cool stuff in that. And then yeah, so I find that really interesting in that. And then Lauren Southern, she doesn't do many new videos. I've watched her latest 3 or 4. But I've been watching back her old streams from like 2022, 2021, which I found very, very interesting. Like a whole her versus Destiny, talking all about, partly about Gen 6, but also about media bias, and how you get rid of the problem. Well, I mean, you can't really get rid of it, but it was very interesting. Made me think a lot. And then Alex Jones, he says a lot of a lot of things a lot of things I've never even heard of. But he certainly gets me thinking as well. And then then Elon Musk, he's an important guy, because he owns Twitter, and Twitter's like of the mainstream ones, it's the only free speech one. So that's really good. And Elon's currently in a battle with the Australian Prime Minister over that kind of stuff. And Rumble says that they received a request from the New Zealand government and Australian government, and I think probably Brazil as well. Which I'm like, I don't know if it's like an old request from the old New Zealand government or the new one that's been in for about 6 months. If it's because the old one was very pro-censorship. The new one, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they were pro-censorship. But the new one, yeah, they're okay with censorship, a lot of them. But anyway, so it's because then it's like, well, if YouTube, because France said like, look, Rumble, you need to remove this, and Rumble's like, nah, I'm not doing it. And okay, Rumble's now banned in France or whatever, or it doesn't work in France. And I'm like, I hope that doesn't happen with New Zealand, because I don't want to lose my account. I've been meaning to start the 24/7 stream again, but I haven't got around to that yet. But yeah, because then New Zealand government say, all right, Rumble, take this off, and Rumble's like, no, and then Rumble's gone in New Zealand. It's like, come on, man. I mean, the main one they've got to focus on is the US. That's most of the people on Rumble are from the US. Poll found it was about evenly split between independents, Democrats, and Republicans, which surprised me. Anything else I want to add? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, if there's anything that I've missed, I can always come back another day and do another stream. What else has been happening in the world? House passed the funding bills. Overseas aid. But no money for the border. No money for the border. Anything else? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm sure there's lots of other things I could talk about, but we've gone for an hour. Yeah. I think that will do. Yeah, I think so. But it does feel like the end of a journey to me, in a sense. I don't know, I sort of thought through it already, so it doesn't feel like strongly right now, but it kind of is, because this was the last major Supercell game, the last old era game, because I only covered old era games, as in games been in the first decade of Supercell. That is now officially gone. So I think that will probably be it from me covering Supercell games, which is, yeah, not what I'd hoped. I really thought things would work out differently. Really did. And they totally could have if the game had gone global, but I don't think that, YouTubing or online videos is probably going to be for me. But I'm now very familiar how to do it, so if a topic or game ever came up that I wanted to make videos on, I could do that. I got the capacity to, and yeah, if people in real life ask me, like, how do you do this, I can probably give them some help. Depending on what the question is. Yeah, I think, so it's sort of just, it's sort of, that's it. It's crazy, like, after all these years of covering Supercell games, like, it's finally come to the end of the road. Which I don't know, I didn't expect to happen. I mean, really, eventually it would have happened, like, just like with PewDiePie eventually stopped YouTube, kind of. But I would have, I could have, I don't know, I felt like I had a lot I would have liked to have done and offered and covered Supercell games, Rush was global and constantly, it just could have been a lot different, but it didn't, it wasn't. But that indeed is Clash Mini. Clash Mini is indeed finished. And I think as is my time covering Supercell games, which is crazy. It is crazy. I don't know, it's just like, why did it have to end out this way? But I hope that other opportunities in life will come along. Which then, I don't think YouTubing is gonna be the thing. But I had hoped it was. I really, and then since 2019, I've still kept thinking maybe. And it's been a very, very slow process of sort of letting go. It's not gonna happen. And it sort of is kind of like the official, this was your last game and it's gone. It's like, okay. And of all the games I've majorly covered, the only one still left is Heyday, actually. So I guess the Heyday videos, no, not gonna do that. But, this was the last major one, because the other ones have sort of, Battlelands gone, Everdale gone, Rush Wars gone, Hater Pop gone, Clash Quest gone, Clash Mini gone. It's a lot of games. Yeah. So, I think it's not going to be Supercell games I don't think it's going to be gaming I do. But, yeah, we tried. We gave it a good shot. We had a good run. You've still got hundreds of videos of it to watch if you so wish. But, yeah, I think my time of covering gaming, I think that has come to a close. But, yeah, we've had some good times. It's a lot of videos to prove it. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. And yeah, for you Clash Mini players, I don't know what you'll do. Maybe you'll move to Squad Busters. Maybe you wait for it to come out in Clash Royale. Don't know what you'll play in the meantime. Maybe you'll swap to another non-Supercell game. Maybe you'll stop gaming. Many opportunities. I do like walking, though. Do like getting out. I mean, I always did, even when I was covering all the games. But yeah, climbed up Mount Herbert today. Mount Herbert, the tallest point in Banks Peninsula, which is sort of like Christchurch, so 919 meters. So that was fun. That was nice. Yeah, and covering some things like Rush Wars, that was nice too. But yeah, I will wrap up the stream, and thank you Blushy for coming by, thank you Chaos Star Guardian for coming by, thank you Nando Rise for coming by, thank you Matthew 100 for coming by, thank you Russian1 for coming by, Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for the 6 likes. Thank you for all of you who've supported me over the many years of covering Supercell games and other YouTube content like the 24/7 streams. Yeah, I appreciate it. And yeah. Well, thank you all. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful